Question 1. During a behavioral interview for a shift supervisor position, the Sterile Processing (SP) director wants to evaluate the candidate's critical thinking skills. Which of the following inquiries formulated by the director represents an open-ended question? A. What are the most frequent challenges you encounter when managing the decontamination workflow? B. Do you possess prior experience operating low-temperature hydrogen peroxide sterilizers? C. Have you ever worked in a facility with a 500-bed capacity? D. Are you certified by a recognized national organization? Correct answer A. Knowledge point explanation. Core rationale. An open-ended question requires the respondent to provide a detailed, descriptive answer rather than a simple yes or no, thereby encouraging them to elaborate on their thoughts and experiences. Trap analysis. Option B is incorrect because asking about prior experience in this format only requires a yes or no response, making it closed-ended. Option C is incorrect because inquiring about a specific facility size elicits a simple affirmative or negative answer. Option D is incorrect because confirming certification status is a definitive, closed-ended inquiry used for basic screening. Concept extension. Behavioral interviewing often utilizes the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, to structure responses to open-ended questions. Question 2. An SP technician enrolls in a weekend seminar focused on stress management techniques and active listening skills. This lifelong process aimed at expanding personal potential and improving overall quality of life is known as A. Personal development. B. Corrective action. C. Professional development. D. Competency verification. Correct answer A. Knowledge point explanation. Core rationale. Personal development involves activities that improve self-awareness, develop identity, expand personal potential, and enhance employability as a lifelong, continuous process. Trap analysis. Option B is incorrect because corrective action is a disciplinary procedure implemented when an employee fails to meet performance or behavioral standards. Option C is incorrect because professional development specifically refers to acquiring technical skills or knowledge directly related to career advancement, such as obtaining certification. Option D is incorrect because competency verification is a formal assessment by management to ensure a technician can safely perform specific job duties. Concept extension. While personal development focuses on the individual's broader life skills, it inherently makes them a better teammate in the high-stress environment of the SP department. Question 3. A newly hired technician sets a long-term goal to become the lead educator for a large healthcare system. To effectively construct a professional timeline toward this objective, the technician should initially set goals that are A. Attainable, then systematically build on those successes. B. Guaranteed to result in an immediate promotion. C. Exclusively focused on administrative budgeting functions. D. Impossible to achieve within the first 5 years. Correct answer A. Knowledge point explanation. Core rationale. When establishing personal and career goals, individuals should set targets that are realistic and attainable, using each achieved milestone as a foundation to pursue more advanced objectives. Trap analysis. Option B is incorrect because promotions are earned over time through proven reliability and competence. No goal can guarantee immediate advancement. Option C is incorrect because an entry-level technician must first master technical basics before focusing exclusively on high-level administrative tasks. Option D is incorrect because goals should follow the SMART method, meaning they must be realistic and achievable within a defined timeframe, not impossibly delayed. Concept extension. The SMART goal framework stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic/relevant, and timely. Question 4. Which of the following activities is a fundamental component of professional development for an established technician? A. Keeping current in an existing job through continuing education. B. Taking extended personal leave to avoid occupational burnout. C. Delegating all advanced instrument assembly to novice staff. D. Refusing to learn new tracking software systems. Correct answer A. Knowledge point explanation. Core rationale. Professional development involves continuous learning to keep current in an existing job, attending on-the-job training, and engaging in activities that advance technical skills. Trap analysis. Option B is incorrect because while managing burnout is important for personal wellness, taking extended leave is not a proactive professional development activity. Option C is incorrect because delegating complex tasks to untrained staff compromises patient safety and demonstrates poor leadership. Option D is incorrect because resisting new technology violates the principle of adaptability, which is crucial in the rapidly evolving healthcare field. Concept extension. Maintaining certification requires a specific number of continuing education units, CEUs, annually, making lifelong learning a mandatory professional requirement. Question 5. During a busy shift, a certified registered central service technician, CRCST, notices a new colleague struggling to interpret the instructions for use, IFU, for a complex orthopedic set. The certified technician pauses to guide the colleague through the document. This act of mentoring others. A. Is a positive behavior that gets noticed and demonstrates leadership capability. B. Is strictly prohibited unless the technician holds a formal management title. C. Requires the mentor to possess a master's degree in education. D. Violates departmental efficiency protocols by delaying tray processing. Correct answer A. Knowledge point explanation. Core rationale. Mentoring others is a highly positive behavior that gets noticed by leadership. It fosters a culture of safety and demonstrates the technical competence and attitude required for future promotions. Trap analysis. Option B is incorrect because mentoring can and should happen at all levels. Peer-to-peer mentoring is a vital component of on-the-job training. Option C is incorrect because mentoring requires experience and a willingness to help, not necessarily advanced formal academic degrees. Option D is incorrect because ensuring a tray is processed correctly according to the IFU, even if it takes slightly longer to teach, prevents catastrophic errors and ultimately saves time. Concept extension. A mentor serves as an experienced and trusted advisor, which is distinctly different from a manager who is responsible for administrative oversight and disciplinary actions. Question 6. A sterile processing, SP, technician drafts a 5-year timeline aiming for a management role, but faces an unexpected facility merger that temporarily freezes all promotions. When developing and managing a professional timeline, what critical reality must the technician understand? A. Understand that things will not always go as planned and adaptability is required. B. Assume that management roles are guaranteed within a rigid 36-month timeframe. C. Immediately abandon the entire timeline if the first short-term goal is delayed. D. Recognize that transferring to another hospital is the only acceptable method to bypass delays. Correct answer A. Knowledge point explanation. Core rationale. When developing a professional timeline, one must realize that promotions do not usually happen overnight, and it is crucial to understand that things won't always go as planned due to unforeseen organizational changes. Trap analysis. Option B is incorrect because advancement is earned through continuous performance and timing, not guaranteed by a strict chronological countdown. Option C is incorrect because abandoning long-term goals due to a temporary setback shows a lack of resilience. Timelines should be adjusted, not discarded. Option D is incorrect because internal restructuring often resolves, and staying to navigate the merger can actually demonstrate strong leadership potential to the new administration. Concept extension, adaptability, or the ability to adjust to change without resistance, is an essential trait for modern healthcare leaders managing dynamic environments. Question 7. An educator is researching new low-temperature sterilization parameters on a third-party medical blog to share during a department in service. Before presenting this data to the staff, what must the educator do regarding these online resources? A. check the information to confirm that the source is valid and the data is current. B. Assume the data is fully accurate if the website appears on the first page of search results. C. Trust the information implicitly because all online medical articles undergo rigorous peer review. D. Only utilize the data if it explicitly contradicts the manufacturer's instructions for use, IFU. Correct answer A. Knowledge point explanation. Core rationale. Online resources are not always reliable or approved by device manufacturers. Therefore, they must be rigorously checked to confirm that the information and the source are valid, authoritative, and current. Trap analysis. Option B is incorrect because search engine rankings are often driven by marketing algorithms, SEO, not scientific accuracy. Option C is incorrect because anyone can publish on the internet. Not all medical blogs or forums are peer-reviewed or fact-checked. Option D is incorrect because facility policies and procedures must always strictly follow the manufacturer's IFU. Adopting contradictory online data is a severe safety violation. Concept extension. Reliable online resources for SP professionals include official websites of standards organizations like the Association for the Advancement of Medical Instrumentation, AAMI, or the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. Question 8. Which of the following combinations represents actionable steps a technician can take toward attaining professional goals and building a robust career in the SP field? A. Obtaining certification, attending educational conferences, and participating in professional groups. B. Avoiding chapter meetings to save personal time for mandatory overtime shifts. C. Relying solely on the department educator to track and manage all continuing education credits. D. Focusing exclusively on cleaning instruments and deliberately ignoring broader industry trends. Correct answer A. Knowledge point explanation. Core rationale. Active steps toward attaining professional goals include obtaining national certification to validate competence, attending educational conferences to learn about emerging technologies, and participating in professional groups to build a network. Trap analysis. Option B is incorrect because avoiding meetings stifles networking and limits exposure to vital continuing education opportunities. Option C is incorrect because it is the individual technician's personal responsibility to track and submit their own CEUs, not the educator's. Option D is incorrect because SP is a dynamic profession. Ignoring trends leads to outdated practices and stagnation. Concept extension. The Healthcare Sterile Processing Association, HSPA, offers networking opportunities, professional journals, and annual conferences that fulfill these career advancement steps. Question 9. A certified registered central service technician, CRCST, is scheduled for a panel interview for a shift supervisor role tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. To best prepare for this behavioral interviewing process, what is one important step the technician should take tonight? A. Anticipate possible interview questions and formulate structured responses. B. Review all 150 multiple-choice questions from their initial certification exam. C. Memorize negative critiques about their current manager to explain why they want to leave. D. Print out the facility's entire budgetary history for the past decade. Correct answer A. Knowledge point explanation. Core rationale. One vital step in preparing for an interview is anticipating possible questions, especially open-ended behavioral ones, and developing mental or written responses that highlight past experiences and problem-solving skills. Trap analysis. Option B is incorrect because a supervisor interview focuses on leadership, critical thinking, and conflict resolution, not just reciting basic entry-level technical facts. Option C is incorrect because of the red flag rule. A candidate must never speak negatively about past employers or supervisors during an interview. Option D is incorrect because reviewing a decade of budgets is excessive and irrelevant to the immediate operational scope of a shift supervisor. Concept extension. When anticipating behavioral questions, e.g., tell me about a time you made a mistake, candidates should prepare answers using the situation, task, action, and result, STAR, method. Question 10. When an entry-level technician is promoted to a higher administrative position, such as a department manager, what is a fundamental shift in perspective they must navigate? A. Their departmental relationships will change and they must consider the broader needs of the facility. B. They are no longer required to maintain any secondary certifications or accumulate CEUs. C. They must isolate themselves entirely from the floor staff to maintain a strict authoritative presence. D. They only need to focus on assembling surgical trays rather than department-wide budgets. Correct answer A. Knowledge point explanation. Core rationale. When promoted to a higher position, a technician's peer relationships inevitably change to supervisory ones, and their focus must expand from daily, individual tasks to encompassing the broader strategic needs of the department and the entire facility. Trap analysis. Option B is incorrect because managers must still maintain their certifications and often pursue higher-level credentials like the Certified Healthcare Leader, CHL. Option C is incorrect because effective managers remain engaged with their team to solve workflow problems. Isolation destroys morale and communication. Option D is incorrect because assembling trays is the primary duty of Level 1 technicians. Managers shift their focus to administrative duties like budgets, hiring, and policies. Concept extension. Moving up the career ladder from Level 1 to Level 4, manager, requires developing an entirely new set of professional tools, heavily emphasizing leadership and business management skills over hands-on processing.